For the last 71 years, we've watched some of the greatest moments in sports history.
The Celtics now lead 45. And West with a long jump. Russell deflected it and keeps it. Beautiful play. Feeds off quickly to Havlicek. Has been guarded by Krebs, who is holding back. Goes up. They jump long. Cousy throws it high in the air. And the Boston Celtics are the world champions. Oscar Robertson throws to Kareem. 7 seconds. Winkle. The guy up. Kareem with a big pressure shot.
Hayes setting something up with Larry Bird, who gets it low. Puts a move on Byron Scott. What a move by Larry Bird. Malone is doubled. They swat at it and steal it. Here comes Chicago. 17 seconds. 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. It's Kobe again. Portland 3 timeouts. The Lakers have 2. Bryant to shot.
And this fall, I'm going to take my time to South Beach. Join Miami.
James pulls up, puts it in. 4-point lead. 35 for LeBron James. Timeout San Antonio.
It's off the runner, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger? Game! Series! Toronto is won!
But what if we went all the way back and redid it? Today is the year 1994. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of NBA 2K History Resimulation. If you guys are enjoying the series, hit that like button. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. And we will try the like goal again. If we can hit 200 likes, the next episode will be up immediately. So hit that like button if you guys want to see the next episode. It's going to be a fun one. Kobe's entering the league in this episode, so we're going to see the beginning of his career in the next episode. Shaq entering his prime. Yeah, I mean, we're getting to a lot of the really fun stuff. The early 2000s might be one of my favorite eras. You got prime Kobe, you got prime Shaq, McGrady, Vince Carter, AI, like that's, and then obviously a young LeBron coming in, young D Wade, Melo. The 2000s, like 19... I would say like 2000 to like 2012 is probably my favorite era. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. But if you guys have missed the previous episode, go back and check it out. It was absolutely insane. The NBA Finals in this series has been a lot of fun. Past times I've done this series, when you jump in, it's not as exciting, and the shot making isn't as good usually. This year, it's been phenomenal. We've had 2 buzzer beaters to win a series in this series. Whatever. It's been crazy. It's been absolutely insane. And obviously, we started out, having Game 7s in the finals, 2 out of 3 first years. And then after that, from 53 to 83, for 30 years, there were no Game 7s. And then, since 84, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Game 7s in the last 10-11 finals. That's pretty good. And 2 game-winning shots in the finals. Obviously, this series went 5, but we did have a buzzer beater to win the series with Hakeem Olajuwon, and obviously George Gervin hit the one against Detroit over Larry Bird in the 1987 finals. So we've had some fun ones, some really fun ones. I did update my GOAT list, by the way, so if you guys click on the link in the description, I'll have my GOAT list there. As of right now, I'm going to stick with Magic as the greatest of all time. He has 7 more All-Star appearances, which obviously Michael will end up catching up. But as of right now, right, because Michael still has a ways to go. Magic's not done yet either. But 15 All-Star appearances to 8. 3 MVPs. He only has 3 compared to Michael's 6, but 5 championships to Michael's 3. He's lost, Magic has lost 2, Michael's lost 1. All 3 of them to each other. And then 5 finals MVPs for Magic. Michael has 3. Michael does have the DPOY and the 5 scoring champs. Magic has the 11 All-NBA first team appearances, whatever. Michael has 10. I did add that, by the way. I know one of you guys asked, can I put an All-NBA first team tracker in here? So I did do that. I'm not going to put second or third team. I think first team really does matter because it shows that how many years you were the best, one of the top 5 best players in the league, or even one of the top 2 or 1 players at your position, right? Because at this point, you can only have 2 guards, 2 forwards, and 1 center. So like centers is a big one, right? Because if you are an All-NBA first team as a center, that means that you were the best center in the league, right? As a guard, you were a top 2. So like Magic was a top 2 guard in the league for 11 years. Michael has been a top 2 guard in the league for 10 years already. So that is something like Bird is an 13 All-NBA first teamer. That's pretty incredible. He has more All-NBA first teams than Magic. Obviously, same amount of MVPs, but is 1 and 2 in the finals, so that knocks him down a bit. So I don't know. I added Akeem Olajuwon as well. If there's any players that you guys feel like I'm missing, I have right now 19 players on this list. I feel like there could be a couple players that could be elevated in here, so let me know in the comments below if you guys think we should add any other players to this GOAT list. But it's actually a lot of fun keeping track of this, so I think it's really cool. So anyways, if you guys want to check that out, it's in the description down below. Adrian Dantley retires after a 19-year career, ended his career with Minnesota, spent most of his career with Boston, and he was a great player, and obviously had the run that we all remember in the 1985 season, where they came back from being down 3-1. They became the first team in NBA history to come back from 3-1 in the NBA Finals, and Adrian Dantley was incredible in that series. The dude was just insanely clutch. So he's definitely a Hall of Famer in our list, and he is in our GOAT list. Right now, I technically have him 19th. He never won an MVP, only a 2-time All-NBA first teamer, 3-time scoring champ, though. Obviously, one of the most incredible finals runs we've seen in this series. So 9-time All-Star, just an awesome player. So he's definitely a top 20 player as of right now. Vinny Johnson, Kiki Vandeweghe, Jay Vincent, Marquis Inslee, B. Floyd, and Danny Shays all retire. We got some rule changes here. The worst team will have improved odds of obtaining, if I can speak English, a top 3 pick. And teams with the same record will share the same odds of obtaining a top 3 pick. Players will be awarded 3 free throws when fouled on a 3-point attempt. That's interesting that this didn't become a rule until 94. Wow. So it took 15 years for that to be a thing. That's kind of crazy. Logo change. I didn't know that. Logo changes for the Cavs and the Kings. Into the draft lottery, and Miami still has... Man, Houston's struggling, dude. Miami had their pick last year, too. They ended up getting, I believe, a top 5 pick with that. Now they have the best odds. Denver at 2, Detroit at 3. So we'll see who wins the lottery. Miami does get the number 1 pick. They also have the 7th overall pick. Miami is stacking some really good players. Denver will have the number 2 overall pick. The Pistons drop to 4. Clippers will take 3. Hornets at 5. So look out for Miami. Miami could be stacking a pretty good team here. On to the 1994 NBA Draft, and the Miami Heat with the number 1 overall pick selects Eddie Jones. At number 2, the Denver Nuggets select Jason Kidd. That's a great pick for Denver after kind of dropping the ball in the past couple of drafts. With the number 3 overall pick, Juwan Howard goes to the LA Lakers. Grant Hill goes to Detroit. At number 4, Daniel Marshall goes to Charlotte. Glenn Robinson heads to Atlanta. Carlos Rogers will go to Miami with their second pick. Jalen Rose heads to Sacramento. Wesley Person goes to Dallas, and Boston at 10 will take Lamont Murray. In free agency here, David Robinson goes to Boston. He leaves Utah. And, man, I mean, Moses Malone did the same thing, except Moses went to Seattle because Moses was kind of just rotting in Utah. Man, Utah's franchise just, it's not good. It's not good at all. But David Robinson makes a huge move and goes to Boston. Gary Payton returns to the Clippers. Sabonis returns to Phoenix. Petrovic goes to Washington. And let's see, Kukoc returns to LA. So not a whole lot of other movement. But yeah, we'll see how much better Boston is. I don't love their roster. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Shaquille O'Neal wins his first MVP in year number 3. Wow, 32, 16, and 3, a huge jump. I mean, he's just gotten better and better. But yeah, a big jump for Shaq. At just 23 years old, he wins MVP. Glenn Robinson wins Rookie of the Year, averaging 22 and 8. Detlef Schrempf wins Sixth Man of the Year. Hakeem Olajuwon wins his 5th DPOY, averaging 25, 12, and 5 with 2.6 blocks and a steal and a half. Isaiah Ryder wins Most Improved, and Portland won 65 games. Phoenix won 62 games. Interesting. Ooh, Michael's hurt, but he should be playing. 27, 8, and 8, so a bit of a down year for Michael. Magic still all NBA first team as well, 23, 8, and 10. Chris Webber, who's out for the next couple weeks, averaging 29, 12, and 4. So Chris Webber playing really well. Karl Malone, 22, 11, and 5 with Dallas. And then Shaq as well. He is a little bit injured, a broken nose, but he should be fine. John Starks, John Stockton, Sean Kemp, Len Bias. I mean, Len Bias is still like, he just scores. Like, that's what he does. They're not winning very much, but I mean, he's basically mellow is what he is. David Robinson is on the All-NBA second team. His first year in Boston, 27, 15, and 4. All-NBA third team, you got Reggie Miller, averaging 29, 4, and 5. Isaiah Thomas, Bernard King, Calvert Sheeney, and Hakeem Olajuwon. All defensive first team, you got Mike, Billy Owens, Scottie Pippen, Chris Webber, and Hakeem Olajuwon. All defensive second team, got Magic, Gary Payton, Sean Kemp, Karl Malone, and David Robinson. Here's your all-rookie first team. Jason Kidd, averaging 18, 5, and 7. That's a pretty good rookie year for Jason Kidd. Grant Williams in Detroit, 24 and 3. Pretty good rookie year for him as well. Juwan Howard averaging 10 and 9 per game his rookie year. Shaq also led the league in scoring. He played 38 minutes a game too. 16 rebounds. He led the league in points and rebounds. Pretty impressive. Stockton led the league in assists. MJ led the league in steals, and Hakeem led the league in blocks. So Shaq led the league in points, rebounds, and was second in blocks. Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. Shot 60% from the field as well. So yeah, Shaq is really good. You know, I'm really glad that he's playing well because, again, like there's some players that just don't do well in these series. Kareem is kind of famous in the series to never do that well. Will, same thing, but he was much better. Michael, same thing, but he's been much better. And Shaq, who's been much better. So that's good to see. And Bird, too. Bird has always been kind of meh as well. Speaking of... Oh, my. Wait. Am I blind? Where is... Oh, wait. I'm looking at the wrong... I was like, where's Philly? I was looking in the West. What am I doing? So Philly is the number 1 seed once again. As... Oh, Michael is out. How long is Michael out for? Oh, no. He's day-to-day, so he should be fine. He should play. Orlando is a 4 seed with Barrows, Starks, Scott, Rodman, and Sam Bowie. How is Rodman doing? He never really does that well in these series. Yeah, I mean, 4 points, 10 rebounds. Meh. Washington is the 3rd seed in the East with Scottie Pippen and Patrick Ewing. And Chicago's the 2 seed with Shaq, Terry Cummings, Simmons, D. Brown, and Muggsy Bogues. In the West, Portland is the 1 seed with Mark Jackson, Mitch Richmond, Sean Elliott, Larry Johnson, and Alonzo Mourning with that duo. The Lakers are the 4 seed with Scott Skiles, Clyde Drexler, Kukoc, Hot Rod Williams, and Brad Daughtry. Phoenix is a 3 seed with Terry Porter, Magic, Dominique, Barkley, and Sabonis. And then Minnesota is a 2 seed with Kevin Johnson, Byron Scott, Billy Owens, Sean Kemp, and Eric Montrose. So we have had 2 straight years of Philly and Phoenix. And 3 of the past 4 years, we've had those teams match up in the NBA Finals. Will we get it again? New York and Len Bias is eliminated. The Clippers are gone. Denver's eliminated. Golden State is eliminated. Seattle is eliminated. Boston is gone. And Chicago, Shaq and the Bulls, the MVP, is upset in round 1 by Isaiah Thomas, Tom Chambers, Clark Kellogg, LaSalle Thompson. Wow. That's disappointing for Shaquille O'Neal. In Game 1, 20 and 10. In Game 2, 37, 15, and 6. In Game 3, 39, 11. Game 4, 21 and 8. Game 5, 30, 16, and 3, 5 blocks. He played well. He just doesn't have the team around him. He needs a really good guard is what he needs. So on to round 2. Both Phoenix and Philly are still in this thing. On to round 2, or round number 3, the conference finals. The New Jersey Nets have been eliminated. Cleveland is gone. The Lakers are gone. And Minnesota is gone. So we've got Portland versus Phoenix. And we've got Philly versus Washington. We could very well have a rematch here. I'm also curious if if Jordan played in Game 1. He didn't. And they won. And then he didn't play in Game 2 either. And then he didn't play in Game 3. And then he was back in Game 4. Wow. Okay, so they still won that series 3-1. Interesting. Let's go. I'm curious. Let's see. Is all the lineups? Ooh, so. Oh, we have an injury. Hakeem Olajuwon's out. Hold on. Let's look at these rosters and see what the injuries are. Oh my gosh. Hakeem's out for the year. Wow, no way. A severe left ankle sprain for Hakeem Olajuwon, and he is done for the year. Oh, man. Okay, what about the Bullets? The Bullets have no injuries, so Patrick Ewing and Scottie Pippen should dominate in this series. And then for the Phoenix Suns, Barkley is injured, but he will play. Dominique is out. He has 2 injuries. So he's out for the next 1 to 2 weeks. He's probably out for the series. So big injuries to Phoenix and Philly. And then who's Phoenix playing? Portland. Portland, they have no injuries. They're good to go. So we'll see what happens. Injuries a big deal here in the 1995 NBA playoffs. Phoenix and Washington both win Game 1. Portland ties up this series at 1. Washington takes a 2-0 series lead. Washington, oh man, Hakeem going down is just brutal for them. Philly is swept because of the injury, and Portland is eliminated in 5. Phoenix has a chance, and Washington makes it to the NBA Finals for the first time in a long time. 1981 is the last time the Washington Bullets have been in the finals, where they lost to Dr. J and the San Diego Clippers in 6 games. For Phoenix, obviously, a 3rd straight year that they are in the finals. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 5th time in 6 years that they are in the NBA Finals. Magic has a chance to go 6-2 in the finals. I feel like Phoenix got bailed out with Hakeem's injury, but we'll see. On to the NBA Finals, and after Game 1, or through Game 1 here, after 1, and they are all tied up. Washington has a 3-point lead at the half. Oh, Washington's playing well. Phoenix, though, comes back here, and Phoenix down by, okay, they're down by 2. Let's, do I want to jump in? Yeah, let's jump in. So Phoenix with the ball down by 2. Porter has it. Magic is in the game, into the post to Magic. Magic, nice pass to Konchak, who puts it up and in. So big bucket there for Phoenix. They tie up this game. Now 50 seconds to go. Washington will have it, and they turn it over. Oh my, Terry Porter now with it. 40 seconds go, over to Sabonis, or no, that's Schmidt. And Schmidt is fouled by Scottie Pippen, so Schmidt will go to the free throw line. 16 points and 3 assists for Oscar Schmidt, and he misses the first free throw here in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. We're all tied up at 99 with 38 seconds to go. Second free throw for Oscar Schmidt is good. And Murdoch will bring it up, guarded by Terry Porter. He's trying to get it to Patrick Ewing, who will dunk it through. Patrick Ewing with the big bucket there gives Washington a 1-point lead with 31 seconds to go. We all know Terry Porter's been the clutch guy for the Phoenix Suns here over this dynasty run, really. I mean, it is. I mean, they've made it to, 5 finals in 6 years, even though they've only won 2. Like, it's still, if you're dominating a conference that much, you're a dynasty. You are. And especially if they win it this year. So Washington Washington up by 1. Terry Porter will... No, I thought he was going to get the inbound, but it will go to Schmidt. Gets it back to Porter. Porter will get a screen. Gets it to Magic. Nice pass, and that is up and good. So Phoenix, same play as we saw earlier. Washington can't guard that play. Magic with a great pass. And Phoenix will now take a 1-point lead. So 22 seconds to go. With Washington down by 1 here in Phoenix. Ball is in to Murdoch. Murdoch will get it in the post to Patrick Ewing. Ewing backing down. Patrick Ewing. Jumper. No good. And Terry Porter will get the ball here with 10 seconds to go. He is fouled. Porter, who has 20 points. First free throw is up and good. And the second for Terry Porter is good. So Phoenix now has a 3-point lead with 8 seconds to go. Ball over to Burkowski, over to Pippen. Pippen takes a 3. Good! Scottie Pippen, a huge shot from the corner, hits a 3 to tie it up. Look at Scottie. All right. So 1.8 seconds to go. Phoenix will have the final shot. We've seen multiple buzzer beaters. Here we go. 1.8 seconds to go. Ball is into Magic for 3. Oh, he missed it. We're all tied up going into overtime here in Game 1 of the 1995 NBA Finals. Back into the Simcast here as we are all tied up, and Phoenix now with a lead by 2. We'll go down to a minute here. Ooh, the Bullets have taken a 6-point lead. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, I think this is it. The Washington Bullets steal Game 1 in overtime. Magic had 31, 12, and 7. Porter with 24 and 14. Petrovic, oh my God. He had 45. Wow, his first year in Washington came from Orlando. A big year for him. He put up 45 here in Game 1. Scottie with 28, 9, and 5. Patrick Ewing with 25, 15, and 5. So maybe we underestimated the Washington Bullets. On to Game 2 in Phoenix, and the Suns with a 9-point lead after 1. But Washington has taken a 2-point lead at the half. Phoenix now with the lead. And now Washington with a 3-point lead with 6:46 to go. A minute to go. Washington has a 10-point lead. That's going to do it. The Washington Bullets have taken a 2-0 series lead. Dominique came back, but he's not healthy. Patrick Ewing with 32 and 12. Petrovic with 23. Scottie with 22 and 6. So on to Game 3 in Washington. The Bullets have a 6-point lead after 1. Phoenix, though, they're right back in it, and they've taken a 9-point lead entering the fourth quarter. 2:48, they got a 17-point lead. That'll do it. The Phoenix Suns win it 108-88. Dominique is back, and he's ready to go. All right, this is where things probably change. Dominique is healthy, 33, 4, and 6. Magic with 32, 7, and 8. He's a little banged up, but should be fine. Scottie Pippen with 20 in the loss. Game number 4, a massive game. Phoenix does not want to go down 3-1. They win the first by 19, but the Bullets cut it to 10 at the half, and Phoenix will extend the lead back up, and that's going to do it. The Phoenix Suns have tied up this series 109-97. Dominique 35, 6, and 6. Magic with 28, 6 and 10. Petrovic with 25. Pippen with 22, 6 and 6. And Ewing with 20 and 8. So on to game number 5. Back to Phoenix we go. We're all tied up after 1 at the half. Phoenix with a 2-point lead. After 3, we're all tied up. Phoenix, though, a massive fourth quarter. And the Suns are going to blow out the Washington Bullets 119-99. They won the fourth quarter by 20. Magic with 36, 11 and 10. 4 steals. Dominique with 34 and 6. Patrick Ewing with 19 and 10. Pippen with 18, 8 and 11 in the loss. So, game 6 we go in Washington. Phoenix with a 2-point lead after 1. At the half, they lead it by 10. Going into the fourth, they lead it by 19. And that's going to do it. And that's the buzzer. The Phoenix Suns are NBA champions once again. They've won 3 in 6 years. Magic Johnson wins his 6th NBA title. I don't think Michael can catch him. I think this does it. I think this does it, man. I mean, Magic at this age, winning another title. Man, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, but I think this does it. I think Magic is going to go down as the greatest of all time. I don't think Michael can catch him. I think we're on to the next era. Can Kobe, Shaq, Tim Duncan, LeBron, can they catch Magic? I don't think Michael can catch him. We'll see. Michael is still young enough, right? He's 32 at this point, but I don't know. I mean, Magic getting his 6th. He's gone to 8 NBA finals and 6 finals MVPs for Magic Johnson. Yeah, I think it's solidified. He's the greatest of all time. Magic in this series averaged nearly 29 and 9 and 9. 2.8 steals. The dude is 35 in year 17. And he just did that. Like, man, is this what we would have gotten from Magic in real life? Yeah, 5-time NBA champ, 3-time MVP, 3-time Finals MVP, 12-time All-Star, 9-time All-NBA first team. His numbers are very similar to this, but obviously with 6 Finals MVPs instead of 3. Huh. I mean, only 3 regular season MVPs in our sim does hurt him, but the 6 championships, Michael's got to get, I think Michael's got to get 5. If Michael can get 5 with his 6 MVPs, his scoring titles, his DPOY, I think we can say, even then, it's probably like a tie. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think? What does Michael have to do to catch Magic at this point? And can he? Or is it over? Is Magic the greatest of all time? He just won at 35 years old in year 17. I don't know, man. It's going to be tough for Michael. We'll see. Player retirements. Moses Malone retires. What a career for Moses. I don't have all of his numbers put together, but an awesome career, obviously. Winning, how many championships did he win? 1. I think he just won 1, I'm pretty sure, with Seattle, Alex English, and George Gervin. But Moses Malone, a great career. He retires. Maurice Cheeks, James Donaldson, Larry Bird retires. Wow. I mean, yeah, his numbers dipped down. He's 39 years old. What a career for Larry Bird. So Larry Bird's numbers: 15-time All-Star, 3-time MVP, 1 championship. He lost twice. 1 Finals MVP in his 1-time championship, right? No Defensive Player of the Year awards, but a 13 All-NBA first teamer. Never won a scoring champ. He's probably just outside the top 10 for me. I still have Spencer Haywood above him. You know what? No, I have Larry Bird ahead of... Gosh, this is tough. I have Bird ahead of Spencer Haywood, even though Haywood has 3 championships. He only has 1 Finals MVP. Same amount of regular season MVPs as Bird, but Bird with the 13 All-NBA first team selections. That's a pretty big one. And then I would Man, it's close between him and Kuzi. I would say Bird was better than Kuzi. 2 less All-Star appearances, same amount of MVPs, 1 less championship. Kuzi did go to 6 finals. Bird only went to 3. They each have 1 finals MVP. Bird was a 13-time All-NBA first teamer. Kuzi was only 12. Kuzi did lead the league in scoring 3 times, but I feel like Bird's competition was a little bit tougher, and overall Bird's numbers are better. Over the course of Bird's career, he averaged, let's see, 22, 10, and 7. I think he's slightly better than Kuzi. I don't know, it's tough. Dr. J I have ahead of Bird. Same amount of MVPs, 1 more finals win. Dr. J never lost. 2-time finals MVP. Only 7-time All-NBA first team. So that's where Bird gets him, but I think the extra finals MVP, never losing, I think it's a little bit better. Willis Reed has 3 championships, 2 MVPs, 2 finals MVPs, 3-time DPOY. I think only 2-time All-NBA first team for Willis Reed. I don't know. Willis Reed is a tough one. He did lead the league in scoring 4 times. And then obviously Mike and Rick Barry and Chamberlain are your top 5 with Magic and Michael. So, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Where do you guys have Bird? Rick Mahorn, Cook, Greenwood, Danny Ainge, Tripucka, they all retire as well. We are also adding 2 new expansion teams. The Toronto Raptors and the Vancouver Grizzlies have entered the league. Also, no more hand checking, so scoring should be up a little bit. Logo changes and just overall branding changes for the Hawks, Heat, Knicks, Rockets, and the Seattle Supersonics. On to the draft lottery. The Heat have the best odds again. Detroit at 2, San Antonio at 3, Indiana at 4, and Dallas at 5. And the Indiana Pacers move up to the number 1 overall pick. Miami falls to 3. San Antonio will take the number 2 overall pick. Memphis and Toronto have 4 and 5. Detroit dropped to 6. On to the expansion draft. The Vancouver Grizzlies select Rogers. Cheney goes to Toronto. I don't know if like the players here in this expansion draft will be that good. Yeah, they're not. They don't seem to be that good. But this is an expansion draft. These 2 teams obviously aren't going to be that great. On to the 1995 NBA draft, and the Indiana Pacers with the number 1 overall pick will select Damon Stoudemire. Okay. That's the number 1 overall pick. Kevin Garnett goes to the San Antonio Spurs. Great pick for San Antonio. At 3, Miami will select Michael Finley. At 4, the Vancouver Grizzlies select Jerry Stackhouse. Toronto at 5, they will select Bryant Reeves. Detroit at 6 will select Antonio McDyess. At 7, the Dallas Mavericks select Theo Ratliff. Joe Smith goes to Charlotte. I don't know why that skipped so fast. And Corliss Williamson will go to Utah. Houston at 10 will take Gary Trent. On to free agency. Patrick Ewing resigns with the Bullets. Mutombo resigns with Seattle. Larry Johnson goes back to Portland. Ooh, Ricky Pierce. He was in Golden State and won a Finals MVP just 3 years ago with the Warriors, where they beat the New Jersey Nets in the 1992 NBA Finals. He goes to Philly. Wow. So Philly, a massive signing. He is 35, but that's a huge signing for Philly. They're going for it. They, Michael and Hakeem are getting up there in age. They need to win and win now. Byron Scott heads to New Jersey. Flu. Okay. Well, that's a tough flu. Steve Smith, he stays in Indiana. Danny Manning will head to Portland. Kenny Anderson heads to Miami. The Grizzlies signed Mark Jackson, who leaves Portland. Horace Grant goes to Chicago, leaving Milwaukee. So quite a bit of movement. How good will Philly be this year? Shaq wins back-to-back regular season MVPs, averaging 34, 17, and 4 with 2.7 blocks. Yeah, Shaq is really good. Joe Smith wins Rookie of the Year, 21, 10, and 3. Billy Owens wins Sixth Man of the Year, averaging 27 and 2. Hakeem wins his 6th DPOY. Pretty impressive, 26, 14, and 3 blocks. Calvert Cheney wins Most Improved. And the Blazers have the best record, winning 71 games. Michael Jordan, Reggie Miller, Chris Webber, Karl Malone, and Shaq are the All-NBA First Team. Michael had a down year scoring-wise, but they did add Ricky Pierce, so that probably cut into his scoring. All NBA second team, we got Magic, John Starks, Sheeny, Scottie Pippen, and Akeem Olajuwon, who averaged 26. Wow, he was the leading scorer on their team. All NBA third team, we got Gary Payton, Clyde Drexler, Tony Kukoc, Joe Smith, and David Robinson. All defensive first team, we got Michael, Gary Payton, Scottie Pippen, Antonio McDyess, and Akeem Olajuwon. All defensive second team, we got got Magic, Kevin Johnson, Chris Webber, Calvert Sheeny, and Shaquille O'Neal. Here's your all NBA first team. Kevin Garnett, 16, 8, and 5. McDyess, 16, and 11 with Detroit. Damon Stoudemire, who was the number 1 overall pick, averaging 14, 3, and 5. Wow, Chris Webber led the league in scoring, averaging 38 a game. You know, Utah is just where young guys go to just put up crazy numbers and lose. Like, that's insane. Shaq led the league in rebounds with 17. Terry Porter led the league in assists with 9. Oh, okay. Wow. Interesting. Scottie led the league in steals with 2.4, and Akeem led the league in blocks with 2.9. So on to the playoffs. Portland is the number 1 seed once again. San Antonio is the number 2 seed with Kevin Garnett as a rookie. Interesting. Phoenix is the number 3 seed, and Seattle is the number 4 seed with Penny Hardaway averaging 24 and 6.8 assists with the Supersonics. In the East, Washington has the number 1 seed with Scottie and Patrick Ewing. Cleveland with the number 4 seed. Philly with the number 3 seed. So they actually got worse, adding Ricky Pierce. Huh, interesting. And then Atlanta, the number 2 seed with Reggie Miller and Glenn Robinson. So on to round number 2. Chicago lost. They were the 5 seed, by the way. Shaq was MVP, and he can't get out of the first round. All right. Clippers, Bucks, Sonics, Celtics, Mavericks, Jazz. They are all eliminated. So on to the conference finals. And the San Antonio Spurs have been eliminated. The Lakers have also been eliminated with the Hawks, Cavs. And we are on to the conference finals, where Portland and Phoenix will face off for a second straight year in the Western Conference Finals. Washington will take on Philly for a second straight year, but this time Philly has Akeem Olajuwon. They don't have Spud Webb. I wonder if Spud Webb is out. Yeah, Spud Webb is out right now. I'm curious to see what his injury is. He is out for the season with left knee tendonitis. Man, injuries are really catching up to Philly. Phoenix seems to be fairly healthy here. Yeah, they're healthy, ready to go. So do the Blazers, I believe. And Washington also looks healthy, I think. Yeah, I think they look good to go. So here we go. On to the NBA Finals. Game number 1, Phoenix and Washington win game 1. On to game 2. Washington takes a 2-0 series lead. Philly makes it 2-1. Phoenix has taken a 2-1 series lead. Philly has tied up that series at 2. Phoenix is up 3-1. Philly has taken a 3-2 lead. Portland gets a game. They force a game 6. On to game 6. The Washington Bullets are eliminated. The Philadelphia 76ers are back to the NBA Finals. Game 7 with Phoenix and Portland. I did tell you guys that in game 7s, or in the comments, I believe I told someone, in game 7s in the conference finals, I'm actually going to start jumping in. At least to the Simcast. If it's a close game, we'll jump in to the actual game. Portland with an early lead, though. Here comes Phoenix, and oh, you know what? I think Portland's going to win this thing. Portland's going to win it. 112 to 103, and the defending champs are knocked off. The Portland Trailblazers are headed to the NBA Finals for the first time in franchise history. And they will be taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. So here's your starting fives. Gary Grant, Michael Jordan, Ricky Pierce, Kevin McHale, and Akeem Olajuwon. For Portland, you got Darrell Walker, Mitch Richmond, Larry Johnson, Danny Manning, Alonzo Mourning. Also, real quick, because I see him on the screen, just want to say rest in peace, Bill Walton. He died yesterday, I think is when we got the news, or was it the day before? And as of, when I post this, I think it's like a few days ago. So rest in peace, Bill Walton. He's one of my favorite players to go back and watch. I see a lot of similarities with him and Jokic as a Nuggets fan. I wish he could have stayed healthy because he was a great player. So just want to say rest in peace to Bill Walton. He wasn't amazing in this series, but he was an incredible player, an awesome announcer. And yeah, it's just a bummer that we're losing a lot of these legends. We're getting to that point, which really sucks. But anyways, on to the series here. Philly versus the Portland Trailblazers as we enter game 1. Now, Portland does have home court advantage. They have a 9-point lead after 1, a 16-point lead at the half. Philly trying to come back here, but I don't think they're going to have enough. 106-83. Alonzo with 21 and 12. Mitch Richmond with 20. Davis with 17 and 7. Antonio Davis. I wanted to say Anthony Davis, but I was like, oh, that's not right. Larry Johnson had 15, 5, and 6. Ricky Pierce with 23. Michael, just a terrible game for Michael. 22, 12, and 1 assist. Yikes. And Hakeem is injured. You have got to be kidding me. What is the injury to Hakeem? Where are they? Hakeem is out 1 to 2 weeks. Goodness gracious. Philly cannot get a break with Hakeem getting injured. On to game 2 in Portland, and after 1, Philly does have a 2-point lead. At the half, they're up by 6. Philly with a big lead, and then they lost it in the 4th. Oh no. Oh, they got it back. A minute 36, and now they're up by 11. Oh, well, okay then. So I went way too far there. Philly does tie up the series 115-108. They win game 2 without Hakeem Olajuwon. Michael with 32, 10, and 10 had 4 steals. Ricky Pierce. This is where Ricky Pierce is going to be big time. 24 points. Mikal can grab the rebounds. So they might be okay as long as Michael and Ricky Pierce can dominate this series. But we'll see what happens. On to game 3 we go. In Philly, and the Sixers with an early lead. They're up by 12. At the half, they're up by 14. Going into the 4th, they are only up by 9. Portland trying to come back here. Down to 2 minutes go. Philly is up by 10, up by 12, and the 76ers are going to win it. 115-103. Michael had a game. 48, 12, and 5 with 4 steals. Ricky Pierce with 22, 6, and 9. Kevin McHale with 13 and 9. And Philly has taken a 2-1 series lead. Alonzo Mourning with 27 and 9 in the loss. Is Hakeem back? No, he's day-to-day, so I don't think he's going to be back for a little bit here as we enter game 4 in Philly, and Portland with a massive lead, a 14-point lead after 1, but here comes Philly. They cut the lead, and now they've taken the lead in the 3rd quarter. My goodness, the 76ers just put it on the Portland Trailblazers in the 2nd and 3rd quarters, and that's going to do it. 113-101. The Philadelphia 76ers have taken a 3-1 series lead without Hakeem Olajuwon. 30, 13, and 10 for MJ. Worden had 29 and 7. Pierce had 23. My goodness, Alonzo at 30 and 18. He dominated, but was not enough as the Sixers have taken a 3-1 series lead, and he's back. Hakeem Olajuwon will play in game number 5. Here we go. I can't believe it. This elevates Jordan a little bit. Getting a 3-1 series lead in the NBA Finals, that's massive. On to game number 5 here. Philly on the road in Portland. Portland has tied it up here in the 2nd quarter, but Philly has taken the lead. They have a 10-point lead in the 3rd. Into the 4th, Portland has taken the lead. Back and forth we go. Down to, oops, I went a little too far, but I don't think it really matters. Yeah, Portland's going to win it. So we are headed to a game 6. Alonzo with 22 and 10. Larry Johnson with 19, 8, and 6. Danny Manning with 16 and 7. For MJ, he had 27, 9, and 13, 4 steals. Olajuwon with 26, 12, and 10. Ricky Pierce did not have that good of a game. I think Olajuwon and Jordan kind of just dominated the ball, and the others didn't really impact the game. By the way, Spud Webb, I didn't notice, but Spud Webb is back as well. So Philly getting healthy at the right time. And they do have a 3-2 series lead headed back home for game number 6. So here we go. The Sixers trailed the Blazers by 9 after 1. Oh my gosh. Portland with a massive first half. Philly trying to come back here. They're not. 124 to 110. Philly has just blown a 3-1 series lead. Oh no. Akeem with 29. Jordan did not play well. Pierce with 18 and 10. Larry Johnson with 21, 8 and 6. Richmond with 21. Danny Manning with 17 and 10. I mean, Portland didn't even. It was a weird game. Okay. Well, on to game numbers. This has been a crazy series. On to game 7 we go in Portland, as the Blazers were down 3-1 in this series, and now they have we're going actually back and forth. I was going to say Portland had a lead, but yeah, I mean, this is a very, very close game here. We're going to go down to about 2 minutes here as we are all tied up, and it's just back and forth. The Sixers have taken a 2-point lead. We're jumping in. Game 7 here in the 1996 NBA Finals in Portland. The Sixers up by 2. Ball into Danny Manning. And Manning will kick it back out. And he'll get it back at the top of the key. Gets it to Larry Johnson. Johnson over to Mitch Richmond. Back to Manning. Manning over to Walker. 4 on the shot clock now. Walker's got to do something with it. Mid-range jumper. Good. Walker with the big shot. By the way, Jordan with 25 and 10 here in game number 7. We're all tied up at 98. A minute 25 to go. Spud Webb will bring it up. Webb will get it to Ricky Pierce, who's wide open for a 3, and he hits it. Ricky Pierce, a former Finals MVP at 35 years old, came to Philly in the offseason, and a big shot there by Ricky Pierce into the post to Danny Manning. Manning, mid-range fadeaway, no good. Michael with the rebound. He's pushing it up. A minute to go. Michael, nice pass. Dunk. And Philly will take a 5-point lead here in Game 7 of the 96 NBA Finals. Walker has it, guarded by Spud Webb, into the post to Manning. Manning, hook shot. No good. McHale with the rebound over to Webb. He gets it to Michael. Michael slams it, and that's going to do it. A 7-point lead for the Philadelphia 76ers, and Michael Jordan has closed this one out. A big 3 by Ricky Pierce, and Jordan, with the last 4 points in this game, has given the Sixers a 7-point lead with 37.8 seconds to go. Portland will pass it in over to Walker. Got to shoot some threes here. No, they're going to give it to Manning. Manning puts it up and in. And it's a 5-point game. 31 seconds to go. They're going to have to foul. Ball into Michael. Michael will head to the free throw line. He has 29 points, or 27 points, and 7 rebounds, also 10 assists in this game. Jordan, first is good. He has 28 now. And Michael's second free throw is good. 29, 11, and 7 for Michael Jordan here in Game 7. Pretty good. It's not, crazy. We didn't get a crazy 40, 50-point game from Michael here in Game 7. 31 seconds to go now. Portland's going to have to start hitting some threes. I don't think Mike is going to miss a free throw. Ball into Walker, and they're going to call a timeout. Okay. So 29 seconds to go. Just the problem for Portland is I don't think they have very good three-point shooting. So, I don't know. This is going to be really tough for the Trailblazers to come back in this game. So, Portland will pass it into Walker. Walker over to Johnson. Johnson pump fake, gets it to Richmond. Over to Larry Johnson for 3. No good. Michael with the rebound, and that will do it. He will run out the clock. The Philadelphia 76ers are going to be NBA champions once again. They will win their 3rd in 4 years. I had a English breakdown there. I couldn't speak. 3 and 4 years, though, for the Philadelphia 76ers. Michael wins his 4th NBA championship with Akeem Olajuwon. Wow. Portland, unfortunately, they lose their first NBA Finals appearance. Akeem was off the bench there. Maybe he fouled out in this one. I'm not sure. But there you go. The Philadelphia 76ers are NBA champions. Michael Jordan wins Finals MVP. They took, what was crazy is they took a 3-1 series lead. Then Akeem came back and they lost 2 straight. They almost blew a 3-1 series lead in the finals. But they got it done. Big shot by Ricky Pierce. Michael with the last 6 points for the Blazers. Or for the Sixers. Walker had 24 and 10. Johnson with 18. And for Jordan, he had 29, 8, and 11, and 2 blocks. Akeem with 24 and 14, 3 assists. He did foul out in this game. Still played 37 minutes, though. Ricky Pierce was 17, 6, and 5. Hit a big 3 as well. 12 and 10 for Spud Webb. And the Sixers are NBA champions. Michael Jordan wins his 4th NBA Finals MVP. 30 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, and a block in the NBA Finals, shooting 55% from the field. So now he has 4 to go along with his 6 regular season MVPs. Obviously, Magic has 6 titles and only 3 regular season MVPs. So I think Michael has to win one more for it to be a conversation. I think Magic is still number 1 for me. I think Michael's right behind him, though. He's close. Cliff Robinson, Larry Nance, Frank Bukowski, Tom Chambers, Buck Williams. These guys all retire. And I don't think, let's see, what Hall of Famers? Tom Chambers, he retires. He won, he won with the Nets. When the Nets won back in '89. Clark Kellogg won Finals MVP that year. So Tom Chambers, a pretty good career. New Jersey did make it to the finals in '92, where they lost to Ricky Pierce and the Golden State Warriors. So overall, pretty good career for Tom Chambers. On to the 1996 draft lottery. You guys all know who's in this draft. Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, a lot of guys. I can't even think of everyone right now because I'm having brain fart. But here is the draft lottery. Minnesota has the best odds with Toronto at 2, Denver at 3, Hornets at 4, Grizzlies at 5. Now, in this draft class, Kobe isn't a high-rated overall player. Obviously, he has high potential. So he could go anywhere between like 5 and out of the lottery. Like, you never know with how these drafts end up working. So the number 1 overall pick will go to the Vancouver Grizzlies. At 2, Minnesota. 3 will go to Houston. Toronto will have 4. Denver falls to 5. Hornets at 6. Golden State at 7. The Kings at 8. Pacers at 9. And the Pistons at 10. Could be interesting. The Lakers are all the way down to 24, so they have no shot at getting Kobe. We'll see who gets Kobe Bryant. I'm assuming AI will go number 1 to Vancouver. On to the 1996 NBA draft, and with the number 1 overall pick, the Vancouver Grizzlies will select Marcus Camby. What? Okay then, with the number 2 overall pick, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Allen Iverson. So, man, that's... I really thought, I mean, in the series, the number 1 picks have been kind of botched. I did not expect it in this one, though. So AI goes number 2 to Minnesota. At 3, the Houston Rockets will select Antoine Walker. At 4, the Toronto Raptors will select Kobe Bean Bryant out of Lower Merion High School. So Kobe goes number 4 over. He actually went a lot higher than I thought he would. I thought he'd be outside the top 5. Denver at 5. They will select Ray Allen. At 6, the Charlotte Hornets take Stephon Marbury. At 7, Golden State will take Ben Wallace. At 8, Eric Dampier goes to Sacramento. At 9, the Indiana Pacers select Jermaine O'Neal. So history kind of repeats itself there. Detroit at 10, they'll take Steve Nash. At 11, New York will take Peja Stojakovic. Kerry Kittles goes 12. Sharif Abdur-Rahim goes at 13. At 14, the Utah Jazz trade the pick. They receive Byron Scott. The Nets move up, and they take Derek Fisher. And at 15, the Dallas Mavericks select Zydrunas Ilgauskas. On to free agency here in 1996, and let's see, go to signed here. Shaq. Shaq just went to Toronto. No way! Oh my God, Kobe's in Toronto. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Wait, now I'm second guessing myself. Kobe was drafted by Toronto, right? Raptors. Yes! Oh my God, that is awesome. That is so awesome. Okay. Oh, that's cool. All right. I'm kind of surprised he didn't re-sign with Chicago. But I mean, I guess they did lose in round 1 like 2 straight years. So whatever. Shaq is going to Toronto. That's crazy. Alonzo is returning to Portland. Sprewell will head to Boston. Oakley goes and returns to Seattle. Leitner returns to Miami. Doc Rivers returns to New York. A couple big signings here for Toronto as well. Glenn Rice, he signs, and B.J. Armstrong or maybe resigns with Toronto. Oh no, he does sign with Toronto. Wow. Okay, Mitch Richmond, he leaves Portland, goes to Dallas. Derek Harper leaves Golden State. He's going to Miami. A lot of movement here in free agency, here in the 1996 free agency. And the big one, Shaq is going to Toronto. Wow. Chris Webber wins MVP, averaging 37, 14, and 5. Good Lord. Man, is he the only player playing for Utah? Goodness. Oh my. AI averaged 32 a game as a rookie. Goodness. Okay, only 1 rebound and 4 assists, 2.5 steals. Detlef Schrempf wins 6th Man of the Year again. Shaq wins DPOY for the first time in his career, averaging 29, 17, and 4. 3 blocks and a steal with Toronto. Vin Baker wins Most Improved, averaging 32 and 13. And then the Lakers won 67 games this year. Interesting. All NBA first team, Michael, who did improve from last year, 27, 9, and 9. 2 steals a game as well. Allen Iverson, as a rookie, is on the All-NBA first team. Chris Webber, Vin Baker, and Shaq. All-NBA second team, we got John Starks, Reggie Miller, Kevin Garnett in year 2, averaging 20, 12, and 6. Len Bias in New York, averaging 26, 9, and 5. And Akeem, who is hurt, but day-to-day, he's fine, 26, 14, and 5. All-NBA third team, we got Jason Kidd for Denver, 23, 6, and 7. Pretty good. Penny Hardaway, 26 and 7. Sean Kemp, 24, 16. Sheeny, and then David Robinson. All defensive first team, we got MJ, Billy Owens, Scottie Pippen, Kemp, and Shaq. All defensive second team, we got Gary Payton, Magic, Kevin Garnett, Chris Webber, and Akeem Olajuwon. All rookie first team, we do have AI. Stephon Marbury with Charlotte, averaging 20 and 5. Sharif Abdur-Rahim with New Jersey, averaging 17 and 7. Steve Nash with Detroit, averaging 14 and 9. Ray Allen with Denver, averaging 18 and 3. No Kobe. He is on the second team, though, averaging 18, 4, and 3. So shooting 52, 39, 80 splits. Pretty good for his rookie year. Marcus Camby averaging 14 and 10. He was a number 1 overall pick. Ben Wallace, 10 and 10. Stojakovic, 16 and 3. And Antoine Walker, 14 and 5. Chris Webber did lead the league in scoring, 37 points a game. AI was second. Vin Baker was third. Shaq was fourth. Shaq did lead the league in rebounds. Spud Webb led the league in assists, but he's out for most of the playoffs. Jordan was second. AI was first in steals. Jordan in second. Akeem first in blocks, and Shaq was in second with 3 each. So on to the NBA playoffs here. The Lakers are the number 1 seed, and they have Aaron Murdoch, Billy Owens, Tony Kukoc, Jason Williams, and Luke Longley with Clyde. How did this team... I mean, I guess Kenny Smith and James Worthy off the bench. I mean, they have a lot of depth, so maybe that's why. I don't know. San Antonio in the number 2 seed with Kevin Garnett and Cliff Robinson. Phoenix is the number 3 seed. Magic is down to an 87 overall, averaging 19, 7, and 8. So he's probably going to retire soon. I don't think Phoenix can win another one. I think they're done. Dominique is down to an 86. Barkley's down to a 91. Yeah, I think their run is over. Portland is the 4 seed with Larry Johnson, Manning, and Alonzo Mourning. Utah with Chris Webber, they are the 5 seed. So he won MVP as a 5 seed. Interesting. In the East, Washington is the number 1 seed once again with Pippen, LaFonso Ellis, and Patrick Ewing. Philly's the 4 seed. Wow. Okay. I don't think Michael played every game then, I'm assuming, or Akeem. Yeah, Michael only played 66 games. Akeem, I mean, he did get injured, so Akeem, he played 80. So a lot of injuries to this team, but if they're healthy in the playoffs, they have a chance. Orlando's the 3 seed with Rodman. And then we got Detroit as a 2 seed with Steve Nash, Del Curry, Grant Hill, McDyess, and PJ Brown. I still think, man, I think Philly's the best team in the East. Toronto is the 7 seed. Armstrong, Kobe, who's all the way up to an 83. Jesus. Glenn Rice, Reeves, and Shaq. He must be just playing up. I don't know. All right, so on to round number 2. The Jazz, the Dallas Mavericks, the Sacramento Kings. Toronto is eliminated with Shaq and Kobe. Atlanta, Cleveland, Boston, and Vancouver are all eliminated. So we have the 1 and 4 seed and the 2 and 3 in the East, and then 1 through 4 in the West. On to round number 3, the conference finals. The Detroit Pistons have been eliminated. The Spurs, Blazers, and Sixers are eliminated. So Michael can't get back to the conference finals. We've got Washington versus Orlando, and we've got LA versus Phoenix. So game 1 goes to Phoenix and Washington. Game 2 goes to Phoenix and Orlando. Game 3 goes to Washington and LA. Game 4, okay, so both series are tied up at 2. Game 5 will go to LA and Orlando. Game 6, the Bullets have been eliminated. The Orlando Magic are on to the NBA Finals for the first time in franchise history. Phoenix ties up the series with the Lakers, but they are eliminated in 7. I was supposed to jump in the Simcast there, but I didn't. So we've got the Magic and the Lakers. I cannot believe the Lakers are in the finals here. Like, yeah, Kenny Smith averaging 5. Clyde is averaging 21 and 6. Kukoc, I guess, is really good. 21, 6, and 7. Okay. Orlando with Barrows, Starks, Dennis Scott, Dennis Rodman. Who's scoring on this team? Scott has 18 a game. Starks, okay, it's Starks, yeah. 26, 6, and 5. This is Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr's on this team. This is a bizarre NBA Finals. A very bizarre Finals. So here's your starting 5s. You got Barrow, Starks, Scott, Rodman, and Austin. And then for LA, you got Kenny Smith, Clyde Drexler, Tony Kukoc, Jason Williams, and Brad Daughtry. So on to game number 1 here in the 1997 NBA Finals. The Lakers with a 6-point lead at the half. After 3, they have a 10-point lead. And they'll go ahead and win game 1, 119-107. Billy Owens had 32. 27, 7, and 8 for Tony Kukoc. Man, okay. Kukoc is pretty good. Clyde with 19 and 9. Scott with 29. On to game number 2 in LA. And after 1, the Lakers lead by 1. After 2, the Lakers lead by 6. After 3, they lead by 14. And they win game number 2, 123-95. Billy Owens with 27, 3, and 3. Jason Williams with 20 and 10. Clyde with 19, 5, and 8. Kukoc with a triple-double, 19, 10, and 12. For the Magic, he had Starks with 23. On to game number 3 as we head to Orlando. The Lakers with a 16-point lead after 1. At the half, they still hold on to that 16-point lead. The Magic trying to come back here. They're down by 10, and it's not enough. 110-86. The LA Lakers have taken a 3-0 series lead. Brad Daughtry was 27, 14, and 3. Owens with 21 and 6. Clyde with 18, 4, and 10. Starks with 31, 7, and 6 in the loss. On to game 4. Once again in Orlando, the Magic with an 8-point lead after 1. A 13-point lead at the half. But here come the Lakers, as they're only down by 7 here, and now down by 2, down by 3, 4. I think Orlando's just gonna... I mean, it's a 1-point game. Oh my God, we're tied. Okay, I gotta jump in. 15 seconds to go. I thought Orlando was gonna pull away. We're all tied up at 101 with 15 seconds to go. Everyone, sit down. I can't see. Oh Lord, I need to change the camera. What in the world? Can you all move? Height. There we go. Goodness gracious, I couldn't see squat. All right, here we go. Starks with it. My goodness. 8 seconds to go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. He's in trouble. He's got to kick it out. The 3 by Rodman is good at the buzzer. Dennis Rodman, you got to be kidding me. Dennis Rodman just hit a 3 at the buzzer. The Orlando Magic stay alive. They don't get swept. We're headed to a Game 5 in LA. What a shot by Dennis Rodman. Are you kidding me? We'll add that to the list of buzzer beaters in the finals. Goodness gracious. All right, we're headed back to LA. The Lakers with a 5-point lead after 1. An 8-point lead at the half. And now they're... Ooh, actually, Orlando just came all the way back here. Can the Lakers hold on, or will they blow this game? Down to 1 minute and 2 seconds. Let's jump in. The Lakers will pass it in. LA will pass it in, and it's to Clyde, who gets it and scores. That was a stupid pass, but Clyde ended up grabbing it. And that's a big bucket for LA. They take a 2-point lead here. 55 seconds to go. And Orlando gets stuck there. We'll kick it back out. 43 seconds to go. They'll get a screen. Nice pass to Austin, and Austin will put it up and in. So we're all tied up at 110 with 39 seconds to go. Starks with 28 and 3. Clyde with 13 and 4. To Kukoc here. Kukoc in the post. And he's going to have to put it up, or else he's going to get 3 seconds. He has to, and that's no good. Anderson with the rebound, and Orlando will call a timeout with 23 seconds to go. They're probably going to call another timeout because this game is stupid. Kukoc had a good look at it. He just wasn't able to put it in. So 23 seconds. Rodman will pass it in. He gets it to Kenny Anderson. And Anderson will hold on to it. 16, 15 seconds to go. Anderson holding it for the final shot. 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5. Anderson still with it. 4, 3. Gets it to Barros. Over to Kerr for 3. Good! Orlando takes a 3-point lead with 0.2 seconds to go. And he silences the crowd. What a shot from Steve Kerr. My goodness. You have got to be kidding me. LA had a 3-0 series lead, and now a buzzer beater and a last-second shot from Steve Kerr, and it's 3-2 headed back to Orlando. Oh, man. The Lakers are choking this thing away. You've got to be kidding me. So on to Game 6 in Orlando. The Magic with an early 1-point lead after 1. At the half, they lead it by 3. The Lakers have taken the lead, though, and now Orlando back with the lead. Back and forth we go. Down to 45 seconds to go. The Lakers with a 2-point lead. Let's jump in. Here in Game number 6 of the NBA Finals, we're either getting a 10th NBA title for the LA Lakers, or Orlando is winning and forcing a Game 7. The Lakers with it. 35 seconds to go. They have the lead up by 2. Kukoc gets stuck. He hands it off. A 3 is good. What a shot for Kenny Smith. And they have a... Okay, so that was a 2. They're going to rule it a 2. A 4-point lead. It's weird seeing Clyde wearing number 8 for the Lakers. But the Lakers have a 4-point lead with 30 seconds to go. We know Orlando can hit threes, though. Rodman will pass it in. And he will get it to Starks. Starks guarded by Clyde. He gets it to Barros for three. He's open. Good. A three for Orlando. It's a 1-point lead. 23 seconds to go. They're going to have to foul. It was nearly stolen. Oh, man. Kenny Smith will go to the free throw line here. Actually, no. They had a foul to give. 21 seconds to go. Orlando's got a foul. They get it into Kukoc, and he will get fouled. So Tony Kukoc to the free throw line. He has 26 and 8 here in game number 6 in Orlando. First is up and good. And the second free throw is good. So a 3-point lead for Orlando. No timeouts. 18 seconds to go now. Starks will bring it up. Starks. He's driving on Clyde. Kicks it back out to Rodman. Over to Anderson. 8 seconds to go. Back to Starks for three. Good! Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. Orlando can't miss in the clutch. We're all tied up at 111. The Lakers call a timeout with 6.5 seconds to go. Wow. Ball into Clyde. 4 seconds. 3, 2, Clyde with the hook shot. No good. We are headed to overtime here in Game 6 of the 1996 or 1997 NBA Finals. Back to the Simcast we go. The Lakers take a immediate just 6-point lead, and I think Orlando might be toast. 5-point lead. A minute to go. We'll jump in, but the Lakers with a 5-point lead here in overtime. Orlando will have it. Starks at the top here. Starks driving. And the floater is up and good. So back to a 3-point game. Barros, by the way, has 36 and 9. 50 seconds to go. Clyde with it. Clyde will kick it out to Kenny Smith. Smith will get a screen. Smith for three. No good. He missed it. Williams with a big rebound. Kicks it out to Clyde. Wide open for three. No good. I think he should have held on to it. Rodman will get it to Barros. Over to Anderson. Move your arms. Anderson, nice pass to Barros. Lays it up and in. It's a 1-point game. Orlando will have to foul. And Clyde will get fouled. He will head to the free throw line here. The Lakers up by 1. Clyde with 20 and 6. First free throw is up and good. The second is good. A 3-point lead for the LA Lakers. Orlando trying to force a Game 7. The Lakers trying to win an NBA record 10 NBA championships. So here we go. With 19.9 seconds to go. Rodman will pass it in. He gets it to Starks. 16 on the clock. Starks. Pass to Rodman. Rodman, mid-range jumper. Yikes. Oh, that's not the shot you want to take. Oh, all right. So Tony Kukoc will go to the free throw line, and the first is up and good. Kukoc with now 34 and 9. And a 5-point lead for Orlando. It was a hell of a run for the Magic, but I don't think they have enough. Man. All right. Well, Rodman will pass in. You got to hit a three. Need a three. Rodman over to Barros. Barros a three. No good. Daughtry with the rebound, and that's going to do it. Daughtry will head to the free throw line, up by 5. The first is good. It's a 6-point lead. Second is no good. Rodman with the rebound over to Anderson to Barros. Barros to Starks, long three. Good. With the second to go, it might just be a little too late. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 1 second to go in this game. And Daughtry will pass it in to Kenny Smith. He's fouled with 0.4 seconds to go. The first is good. And the second is also good. A 5-point lead for the Lakers, and that will do it. The Los Angeles Lakers are NBA champions for a 10th time in franchise history. Clyde Drexler, Kenny Smith, Tony Kukoc, Brad Daughtry, they all get a ring here in the 1997 NBA Finals. James Worthy's on this team. Wow. So that will do it. The Lakers, a record of 10 NBA titles. Clyde Drexler is your finals MVP. That is his first of his career. Good for Clyde, man. He deserves that one. Clyde with 20 points a game, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals in the NBA Finals. And the Lakers are NBA champions for a 10th time. Their first since 1975. It was their first finals appearance since 1978, so nearly 20 years since they've been to the NBA Finals. Orlando obviously never made it to the NBA Finals, and they lose in 6. I mean, they were down 3-0. They were able to win 2 straight, but just could not win Game 6 at home. And that will do it for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like button if you did. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Let me know in the comments, who is the greatest of all time? Did Magic seal it with that 6th NBA title? Or did Michael catch him with his 4th and 6th regular season MVPs? Let me know in the comments below. And also let me know in the comments, who are you guys excited to see here at the end of the 90s and going into the 2000s? I mean, Kobe and Shaq have teamed up in Toronto. I think that's what I'm probably most excited for. I don't generally like when things kind of repeat, you know, from real life. But I think this is a cool one, so we'll see how it turns out. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit that like button if you did. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the year 1997.